mobile shop. He does a mobile shop.
Just catch up with her.
No, hey man, if she text me back, so we're gonna try to see what's going on.
Yeah, you come on down. Nah, we good, though.
I'll get it. Little Britt. Oh, that was you? Okay, yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah, I told her. Just tell the beats when I was at work. I didn't do it. Okay, nice to meet you, man. Nice to meet you, man.
Let's see. Test. Can't hear it. Keep talking.
Test. She probably come right now. She probably come right now, 10, 9:15.
Sensitivity.
Okay. Can you hear me, Fred? I got Soup's mic. Okay.
Please put right there because Soup was going to go on just in case. Wait a minute.
In 3.
Wait, on.
What? 10. Okay, we're gonna count down. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
All right, so welcome to stop 4 for us on the Barbershop Talk Tour. Again, stop 4. We're at the Barber Zone today, early Saturday morning in June, in the heat of the Memphis summer. Appreciate the Barber Zone for having us out today. This has been incredible as we've been talking to community members. We got students in here today, coaches, parents, everybody here today just to support Memphis-Shelby County Schools. Today I got some guiding questions, but I want this to be authentic talk. I'm not gonna pull out my phone or nothing like that. We're just gonna talk. Just a couple of questions that'll guide us and then lead into more conversations. The topic leads into talking about mentorship. One of the biggest things we want to do in Memphis-Shelby County Schools, not just today, for the future and going forward, is make sure that we mentor young men specifically, as we know the history of Memphis and the things that we got going in all of our communities. So the first question, I'm going to jump right in, and this is for anybody, but Doc, they want me to toss it right to you, so I'm going to put you on the hot seat. The first question is, as you guys affiliate with our youth today, let's talk about some of the issues that you see that they're facing, and then how, as Memphis-Shelby County Schools, that we can help them kind of face their issues.
Well, first of all praises to the Most High.
Yes, sir.
I think a lot of the issues we face, it's the same thing we face as young men, you know. Marcus, Braver, and Cute, I've been knowing these guys for 40-some years. So now the problems that our young men, our young warriors face now is a little different than what we did, because you got social media all over the place. So a lot of times you don't let arguments just go. You take it to a whole other level. But I know one big problem that I see, that I've always seen, is them seeing us for who we really are. You know, we can't keep teaching them one side of history and one side of what they are, because what they see is that we were always enslaved. You can't just keep showing them that, because when you keep showing them that, they think that's all they are. You know, all the inventors and scientists and mathematicians and stuff we had. So I would love to incorporate some of that into the curriculum if we can. That's why you have mentors like us, you know, grown men, you know, magically melanated men, showing them the way. That's why when I do what I do, I don't just do it for me. I do it for the Creator. I do it for my family. I do it for my city, and I do it for the young people, because there's so many more of us that have been successful than the ones who were doing some crime and stuff. So it's important to, not even if you're just actively involved in the mentoring program, but when you see them walking down the street, man, I do it all the time. I mean, I don't care. Like, come here, man, what you doing? What y'all doing? What's that? Like the other day, I'm home. Look, fellas looking around, they think I'm running. They think I ain't seeing it. Yeah. I got love for y'all, man. We family. Appreciate it. So there's other things like that.
Yeah. Coach, I'm going to put you on the hot seat. I'm going to toss it to you. Coach Wooten here, state, Ridgeway High School. You got your state runner-up this year? State runner-up. Coach, I'm going to ask you, because you're around the young men on a daily basis. Talk to me about some of the issues that you see that players facing, trying to incorporate sports and get them to school, get their lesson in and all that.
It's a lot of things. One of the common things I've seen the most negative thing is peer pressure. Peer pressure to you.
Is she here?
Their kind of peer pressure is different again from ours. Yep. Because back in the day, like Doc was saying, anybody in the neighborhood was a part of the race. Neighbors see you doing something wrong, they'll say something, they're going to tell your parents. But now, you know, because the economy is so bad, people have to work 2 jobs and sometimes seem
Hey,
hard
Dr.
for
Fagan.
them, so they're not there.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Is this place tucked off behind something?
No, it's right here at the, do you see the Checkers?
Checkers?
Yeah, it's at the corner of Malmarai and Ridgeway Road.
I saw
There's a Title Max.
makeup.
Actually, you see it on there.
So the creative not there in too much time, so we got too much time, then that's when those bad decisions sometimes will happen. Those 2 things I've observed, you know, just in my 20 years.
So I got to dive into that, and then we're gonna get the students involved. I have a special guest, the superintendent, in a minute, and she'll come in a second. But I'm gonna ask you this part though. So you mentioned that, so it's one of the things I often hear, like the kids don't play no more. They don't even hoop outside, and it's crazy too. Community centers are closed. You go to most of the Ys, you can't even hoop on the goals because the goals are capped. Talk about what are some solutions that us as the school district can help, the city can help to get kids more involved with things like after school programs, sports and things like that.
When we get there,
Man, anybody can jump in. My man look like he want to jump in.
I say we need to, when I say we, I mean me and the community. If we can come together
Yep.
and find alternative for the children, like something as simple as fixing on the cars every weekend, teaching them how to paint cars, teaching them how to change tires, and stuff is the essentials of being a man. If we could teach them that, it'd be something better. Everything in Memphis is already closed. Like everything that we had for the youth is closing down. No more after school programs. Venture Rivers. Everything is closing down for these kids.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And it's like we need to hold ourselves more accountable. And there's too many parents being friends with their children because it's a one-sided household. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
And just like culture, I had the honor of being an honorary coach at Ridge Mill.
Yep.
They made me the father of the year. I'm active in their life. I have 14, 15 sons and like 5 daughters. But biologically, I only have 2 sons. The biggest thing I seen is a lot of people. It's not my problem. You know,
Yep.
it is your problem.
Yep.
If you're not part of the solution, you're part of the problem. It don't take nothing, like Coach said, it don't take nothing to just see how a child doing. Just speak to them. A child really want to be ready.
Yep.
Child, just listen to them, talk to them, see how they doing. But it's a lot of them that feel like that they're on the same level as an adult when they're not. They need to hold themselves accountable as well. That's what we need to start teaching them.
So that's a good question. Come on in here, Joe, so I can put you on this hot seat, man. So that leads me. So when you was talking, that leads me to my 2 other questions that I've been kind of asking as we've been on this series. 2, you mentioned some things about oil changes and things like that. I'm gonna get back to that one. But before I get to that one, oftentimes in my position as one of the senior leaders at the district, when something happens in the community, the first call we get, just being real from the city. I'm real cool with Paul, but it's really predates him as the mayor. We get a call from the city when a kid act up in the street. You see it on the news. They really blame the school district. So my question to y'all is, who should take more ownership? And I'm pretty sure y'all probably gonna hear what y'all might say. But who should take ownership, like when the kids aren't at school? A lot of times we get flack when the kids don't show up to school. Or a lot of, when I tell y'all we the first call they get when it happens. So who should take more ownership when the kids don't come to school and things of that nature and things are happening in the community?
I give it to the parents. The parents need to take more ownership. There's self-accountability. Teach the child self-accountability as well. But my only flaw with the school system is the grading, dropping the grading. You know what I'm saying? Since there's no child left behind, I'm all for that movement. But it left stipulations on the table. It left downfalls. It red flags. You know what I'm saying? It's like y'all not giving them kids something to thrive for. It's just, all right, I can come in and do bare minimum and I'm gonna pass regardless.
Yep.
Or I can come in, I can be the class clown, I can call the teachers all kind of ruckus, and I'm still gonna pass. That's not teaching the kids nothing. It's not teaching them self-accountability. It's not teaching them to hold themselves to a standard. You know, because when we was in school, we played football. They held us to a standard. They held us, you know, we was on a higher standard than every other student. If we could go back and do that, I believe it'd be a difference.
Anybody else want to touch on that one before I go to the next one?
It's definitely situation. Like you said, as a parent, you have the school system and then you have the child. And you got both of us working together for that child. So yes, the parents do need to have accountability at the house to make sure they're fed properly, going to bed properly, doing their work, yes. But once they bring it to their school, they're now our responsibility. And we should make sure they're going to class, doing what they're supposed to do. But at the same time, we do need to teach that child to have some accountability as well. So yeah, it's going to take all of us.
And let me add, man, you have to, you know I take this in, because I used to teach with him at Douglas High School. I taught a media broadcasting class, and I was over there teaching together. And what I've always done and what we still do, and all these men up here, we a family, man. I might see a young person out there, a young lady, man, they may not be biologically my daughter or my son, but they are, because we having the same experience. We dealing with the same situations. So it does start with the parents, but we can't, and I say we can't be afraid to correct them when they're wrong. It's a lot of us are afraid because how they gonna act. I ain't afraid of them. I'm gonna tell them in a minute. And every time I do, you know what they say? Appreciate that, OG. That's when I realized I'm an OG and I'm who they talking to? But because a lot of times they appreciate it. A lot of them want some guidance and they want some discipline, man. And if you come to them and show them some love and you show them that, y'all know they reciprocate that and they really appreciate that because they're really looking for it.
Yep. I'm gonna jump to this next one again. I can't forget. My man talking about oil changes, and when I think about this now, I'm gonna keep it real with y'all. This is just my opinion, so I like to lead with that. So when I say it's my opinion, I, for one, again, I don't think that every kid, we should strive to send every kid to college. College ain't for every kid. I said me, just my opinion. The camera know every stop we've made, I've been saying that that's my opinion. That's not the school. Well, the superintendent, well, she'll talk about her vision and all that. That's just my opinion, because for me, one of the biggest components that we're increasing and investing in the district is CCTE. What a lot of young people need to know is that HVAC techs making $35, $40 an hour. These barbers in here, they go up on their prices every year on us. They're making good money, things of that nature. And when you think about that, a lot of kids have the opportunity to go into a workforce even before they go to college. So that's just my opinion. I just want to hear y'all opinion on what y'all think about whether we should be giving options for kids. Now, I'm not saying you shouldn't go to college. I don't want people to hear me wrong. College should be an option, but there should be also an option for what we used to affectionately know as VOTEC. Now they call it CCTE. Same things. So talk to me a little bit about what y'all think about that. Again, that's just my opinion.
I think, man, right now, people don't, man, the young boys don't even know how to change the tire.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Let's teach them about changing the tire, changing the oil, doing basic tune-up on the car. As far as teaching them how to paint cars, teaching them how to cut grass, teaching them how to garden. You know what I'm saying? Teaching them something. You know what I'm saying? Like, just like you said, every child ain't meant for college, but every child is meant for something.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? It take us to find it, to read through the passage and find the story to their child. Just like my brother said, every child ain't biologically yours, but they don't mean that, you know, I'm a father. I might not be your father, but I am a father. You know, just let me give you some kind of little weird advice. You know.
What you think, Joe? I told you I'm gonna put you on the hot seat.
I mean, yeah, I think just making them aware of more opportunities. A lot of these kids don't know what they can and can't do, and what they're actually really interested in.
Yep.
So as we expose them to more and more things, then they can pull and gravitate to where they want to be. You know, like I kind of agree with you too on every kid's not meant for college, and everybody don't learn on that college type of atmosphere, you know. So like you were saying, just the basic life skills, you know what I'm saying? You know, like you said, painting cars, changing tires, just learning the things about your house, you know, just to, you know, we in certain neighborhoods, property value goes down. These kids, teach them how to take care of their own house. You know, checking to know where the you know, water heat is, things like that. You know, just teaching them how to take care of what's theirs, and they can make it their own when they're in there. You know, have more invested into it. You know, things like that. Yeah.
Tito, can I ask something?
Yes, sir. What's up?
Something, you know, we talk about this a lot.
Yep.
The problem, one of the situations is, you're right. College is not for everyone. And we know this going to college thing is we have real conversations, right?
Yep.
Just when they started, you know, the Education Act of 1902, the General Education Board, Freddie Gates, John Barber, what did they say? I want a nation workers, not a nation thinkers.
Yep.
So we have to understand that our young people are brilliant. I mean, I played sports and I made my life playing sports, but before we were allowed to play sports, we were inventing things like I talked. Like Mary Van Britain Brown with the home surveillance system, Charles Hayes, the airplane. We never heard them do.
Yep.
Those are the things we're doing. And, you know, we talk about this a lot, is that our children, their minds are so brilliant and they're so creative. The thing about it is that when they're in school and the curriculum teaching them a lot of things that's not touching their spirit, they're jumping around all over the place. It's hard to keep their attention. So we do need to teach them some trade, teach them how to use their hands. Because I'm a TV dude, and I ain't here as a TV dude. I'm here to do that went to the city from Memphis. But I ain't good like these dudes, these barbers. They a lot of times always don't want to get a chop.
That's right.
Utensils don't want to get an air conditioner. So teach them that. Because it ain't for everybody. And that's okay. At one point we couldn't even go to college. We were building things. You know, Seneca Village, you know, Black Wall Street, what goes on. So we need to get back.
Yep. Nah.
Doc, can I take it back off?
Yeah.
It's funny in the documentary. I got my son with me today. He was over here in the country. When he was about 8 years old, maybe, he told his mom that he was going to be an inventor. So she asked him, I think, what he was going to invent. He said he was going to invent another form of paper, because he was like, you got to cut trees down to make paper and stuff, right? So he was like, instead of him destroying all these trees, he's going to invent something, another material to use instead of turn all the trees down, right? But he was 8 when he talked about this. So what we have to do as parents, especially when you understand your child has a gift at something, you're supposed to pour into him. Because maybe it ain't college, maybe it is college. It may be him invent something to come up with paper. But parents have to get in there and have to work and figure out what they kids' strong points are. And when you figure that out, I think it helps them in, you know, throughout the rest of their life. And that's all.
Yes. Anybody else want to touch on that? Oh man. Yeah.
It's been a great mission. I am being known that I am Memphis born. I Cypress, Johnson. When I came up to see Memphis, when school was out, you had WDI, we played baseball. And they're the ones that could play sports. And when you had a job, the school system gave us jobs to go help the people clean up all these schools. It's just that the money and finance are taking all the good programs. But our kids don't have no secondary. When you get out of school, what you gonna do? Everybody got to have a lump on the yard. This other program, we see this hard to look at. Some of the past of what they stood for. This is a great city. We have lost because what the gentleman said there, they put all the responsibility on the administration. But we as parents ain't doing our job. We have to work together and understand. Ain't nothing can be fair. We leave those better days for Memphis. I believe in the people that's in power, and we are this, because this is our God. We the one got to correct. Not looking at it that way. We as blacks got to straighten this out ourselves. Thank you.
No, I appreciate that. That's a perfect segue into.
How are you? Good. How are you? How are you? Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Is this the seat? Hello. Hello. No, to change anything.
I want you to take it.
Is this where I'm sitting?
She's built for it, so she can take it. So she's not invited here today because she's built for it, but as a leader of this district, I want her to hear kind of this talk that we speak. So a lot of people don't know that she is from the South. So she's actually from Alabama. Everybody thinks she's from Detroit. So she's actually from the South. So, and she's been embedded in Memphis. She's been here for a few months now. So she is almost one of us. So pretty soon she'll be saying Maine. And all of that. So.
All right, I'll ease up on that. But the main I'm in class for. I'm taking classes so I can learn how to say it correctly. But good morning to you. Thank you for allowing me into a safe space for men, for a sacred space, right? To have some real conversations about how we strengthen the way we work together as a community, to have some powerful conversations about our youngest leaders, our youngest men, and strengthening their walk, their way forward, and how we better serve and meet their needs. And so don't change the conversation for me. Don't water it down, don't dial it back. If nothing else, I look forward to contributing to it.
So you came in a perfect segue. We had some heavy talk. We talked about, I always give my opinion. It's just always my opinion. I told him I was going to tell you that how the last topic we talked about is how every student isn't, again, in my opinion, made to go to college, and how we're investing in the CCTE programs and showing kids that there are other ways that you can make money in the workforce even if you don't go to college. We talked about whether or not, or whose responsibility is it when kids may get into a little trouble, if you will. Oftentimes, what I explain to them is that we get phone calls at noon. The kids is acting up, and kids gonna be kids, right? And we need it and say, why is it your fault that those kids aren't at school? We talked about whose responsibility is it at 12 noon and high noon in the day that kids aren't in school. So that's one of the topics we talked about. So we can segue into asking some of our youngest leaders now, what can we do to support them on their daily walk today? So, gentlemen, my guy, he was first. He was like, why you put me on the spot? Can you talk to us about how we can support you guys as students? Either one of you. Y'all got rock, paper, scissors, so who can go first? Talk to us a little bit about how, as the district, we can help you guys and your peers be more supportive so you're done with school, you're ready for the world.
I was basically really by keeping this real hard, like how to learn how to do the taxes, how to work on studying, get the real world paper, and how to make the real world paper.
My God, what's your name? Aiden. What grade are you in? Rising ninth grader. Where are you going to school? Kirby High School. So at Kirby High School, you want to see the district, but specifically Kirby High School, provide you more opportunities to learn about taxes, to learn about maintaining your money, to really learn about the life opportunities that will present themselves to you faster than we know it. Is that what you're saying? And so far you haven't had that opportunity? Yeah, so when we talk about CCTE, career tech education courses, did you have the opportunity to take those? What middle school? Hickory Ridge. Did you have the opportunity to take anything close to that? No business classes or anything. So one part of the goal, right, as we think about investing more in classes and courses and opportunities, one of the goals is to bring it back, we talk about, is it forward, is it backward, but to bring it earlier. In terms of when students have access to it, and that's when it starts. Like 6th, 7th grade is when students need access to real world problems and opportunities, as Aiden shared. And so the investment that you can look forward to seeing, as we get to the other side of the budget, is exactly that. And so to Langston's point, I think many people say that every student is not built for college or not made for college. I tend to think about it just a little differently, probably a lot differently. I think that every student is made for whatever they want, right? Yep. And if that's college, we want you to be prepared for that. If it is trade school, for sure, we want you to be prepared for that. Apprenticeships and internships, certainly entrepreneurship. I know a lot of you are interested in real estate. You want to flip houses. And so, I think our goal, and I'm confident that what we're after, is to be able to provide you the type of experience that allows you to choose who you want to be and what you want to do, right? And not us choose it for you. Would you say that's fair? Yeah. So would you be willing to contribute to selecting some of those courses and adding your voice to the conversation when we start to build that out? All right, Aiden's one.
That's one.
Aiden, tap somebody. Say, you're in next. Hey, yeah, you're in next. What's your name? Rogers? What school are you attending? Ridgeway High School? What year? What year are you? Rising Junior. Okay, how were your first 2 years at Ridgeway? So Overton or Ridgeway, how were your first 2 years in high school? Hard. Talk to me a little bit about that. What made it hard?
Well, I didn't understand most of the stuff given to me. And when I would be wrong, they would be mad at me and whatnot. But I don't know how to explain it.
Yeah. Take your time. How did that make you feel?
Like, I understand the concept, so it made me feel like I was slow down.
Yeah. Yeah. So then you changed high schools, right? You went to Ridgeway. How's that experience been?
It was okay. Still had problems understanding the concept, but I didn't understand the concept.
Right.
So 8th grade didn't teach me.
So it's been a sequence of years where you felt like, I don't understand this. And each year, I still don't understand it. And now you feel like it's you. Is that what I hear you saying? What could we have done better, one? And then what can we do as you think about your last 2 years?
Well, in 8th grade, I think 8th grade should start learning about high school.
That's it.
Like, early in the year.
How to make that transition?
Yeah.
Okay. And then what can we do now as you think about your upcoming junior year, which is exciting, and then certainly your final year as a senior? Not sure? What types of classes are on your schedule now, or do you hope that you will see on your schedule? Okay.
One of the bands, I did play clarinet.
Yeah.
Music and marketing.
Okay.
That was about the main three.
That's good stuff. So business marketing, because obviously you want to be a chef or you want to own your own restaurant or something to that nature. No, you just like culinary?
Yeah, I like culinary. I just want to learn how to cook.
Just want to learn how to cook. All right. When you learn, teach me, okay? You said who? So mom and dad won't have to do it. So you want to be able to be a more of a contributor at home? Yeah. Talk to me about why some of your friends might skip, because I know you don't skip school. Talk to me about why some of your friends might skip school.
Well, they say it's a waste of time. They say it's not fun. And they say school is time consuming, which sometimes I feel like that. But as I'm going, so I just go.
Can we sit right there for a second? When you say it's time consuming, what else do y'all want to do? You just want to sleep?
Other stuff just feels more important.
Oh. Sleep, eating, and anything else. Wow. Just because you don't see the value, right? You're not unable to make the immediate connection to like the next thing for you. Is that fair to say? Like you can't see how this helps you in your near future? That's a problem, huh? Okay. All right, good stuff. Rogers, tap somebody else. Tell them they got next. Now, Coach, he tapped you in, right? You said you graduated. Go back to 16-year-old you.
We had a lot going on. And this ain't on me, this back before we got it.
It's all on me, right?
All right, so I just think that right now, teaching and coaching two hands.
Yeah.
We used to have those, we go back to have ministerial basketball. So we had to have proper grades to play this year. So
Yeah.
we kept the interest. We had those 16 classes. I was in Merrill, so it was chalked up, and that was ready to go there. We had just the original alone, we had just interest, and we said, hey, we want to go to the vote. We filled up 5 sheets of paper.
Yep.
We ran out of paper. So going back to those media classes, let me tell you a quick story to get him to his name. Merrill, Doug. Gang 3 guy, getting our come to school, this, and why? Winters, I'll get out to the chain, that was John, to the chain, Mr. House, hey, I heard you basketball player, you know, I need the ball player on the team. So he was like, oh, I ain't going to school, you know, so fast forward, he ended up coming. Kid went from not wanting to come to school, ended up getting off the dock. I ended up meeting that kid again when we did the alumni game at White Station. Gave me a big hug, long time. This kid that was going to be locked up, not doing anything, but found the interest in school. His interest was deep. So he went to wearing the bow tie, you know, hood over the dog. But the thing is, and I think that's what he's trying to say.
Yeah.
If I don't find my interest, I don't want to be. I don't see why.
That's it.
And so just by the way, so I'm taking another thing we should do, just those absolute, we used to have activity books. So kids, so now, like coach, we can't have camps at all school because we got to go through, you know, the bells and whistles. And I understand why, but like it is, we got it. So private schools can do all this. So they don't worry about kids. They don't care about kids.
Yeah.
They're just being real.
Yeah.
So then what happens is they still build, now they come back to us, now it's like, what you gonna do, now they can help, but now we can't really work with.
Yeah.
So it's like, it's just a lot of this, so just having something for those kids, when I say something, let's get those money-wise, if we can. If they wanna be social media people, let's teach them how to do it properly, so those videos don't look so ratchet, all right? That's properly, how do we do it properly? So this whole thing, this song we're gonna get basketball wise, and I tried this year, me to teach the kids how to interview properly. Make sure something very green. So after game, before game, we're gonna interview them so they get used to that. So these are things that we can do. Coach Joe, I said things that we can do, but those things that don't cost a lot of money, kids are interested in. I'm using students to take pictures. Use them to do social media pages. So these are things we can do without spending money, but it's just about getting their interest.
That's exactly it. And you lifted a lot of things. One, right? Opportunities, one. Just expanding the same. But you hit on something that we've been talking to the team a lot about, and we're able to commit to an investment and have proposed it in the budget, and that is to add the late bus, to have it back. As I place the expectation on principals, to place the expectation on students, to be involved in at least just one organization, right? Just just one anything, chess club, basketball, whatever it is, just involve yourself, attach yourself to that one thing. That's game changing, right? As we place that expectation, though, we have to give consideration to transportation, right? How am I going to get home, and how can I get home safely? And so we will add the activity bus. Back at schools, I think that I'm confident that will be a viable way forward for us as we think about doing two things simultaneously. And then, of course, you're mentioning some things that can be done for sure that are simple, that are sharp, but that are impactful. And so your social media stuff, all of that will certainly help young leaders turn the corner. But you also mentioned about just their interest themselves, right? So it's one thing for us to just add a lot of courses and pathways. It's another thing for those courses and pathways to match what they want. And so we've been doing better about asking students what they want to see, what they want to hear. Started that with the Legacy Builders, with the student transition piece, the student transition team, and they've lifted a lot of things for us. The kids have told us about ourselves in the best way possible, but they brought some solutions forward. So a lot of what you shared, and then certainly what Rogers and Aiden have shared, has been shared by hundreds of students. And so, we've been listening to that, and then certainly trying to reflect that in how we spend our money, because that's all a budget is what we value. And we certainly want to demonstrate to young leaders that we value them and what they're interested in. So Aiden and Rogers, you got to give me a grade once on the other side of the year. Did we get an F or did we knock it out of the park? But we are paying attention and looking forward to adding you all to the team as well.
I'm going to toss it over here.
Oh, somebody's back there?
The trend I'm noticing when I hear these young kids speak, of course, you just touched on the end. But what I understand is that men behind this chair, there's young men, there's youth athletics. But the way that we process information is far different from how we do. And there's a disconnect. Even the way that they see making money, we always talk about go to college to increase your earning potential. What? You got kids who become millionaires who create content or playing video games now, or it's a completely different disconnect. So them going to school with a cookie cutter curriculum is boring.
Yeah.
Now I have a 14-year-old son who doesn't go to church. He's in private school, but one thing I know about it is the environment stays and set to cultivate free thinking, cultivate free will. There's no ceiling, there's no possibilities or endless in the course of their day. Everyone leaves school.
Yeah.
But on the other side of young kids here, I think that, like God said, they're real kids. Listen to them though. They're really some intelligent kids. He says that the curriculum is only giving information and it's not regurgitating. And they're not really
challenge.
You're not really cultivating their mind, cultivating their interest.
Yeah.
Like if a young man spoke on taxes, well, you might have freedom of finance. But so it's bigger than just taxes or checks and balances. We got to figure out a way to speak to them in their language and cultivate their interest. And that's where the disconnect is. You can't. The keys together, they don't get lost today all the time. You got to figure out a better way of. And I don't know if it's spending money here or if it's just giving a survey and asking them what they like. Because if you look at the kids who play sports, that's probably the main reason for being.
That's right. Yeah.
And I'm asking for that. So what about the other kids who, you might have a kid that's we used to look at it like, you're in the game, when you play games, it's a waste of time. But there are kids that are
making money, yeah.
They're developing now. So the way the information, the rate of information being processed is so different now. So we have to start looking from a different vantage point. Instead of this cookie cutter, because he said, all kids should go to college. But all kids have the potential to learn greater than where they are. So whether it's because of life school, whether it's college, whether it's trade school, you have to figure out what their interest is. everybody ain't gonna be an electrician or AC and heat man or. We the world's biggest AI computer here. I heard more kids talk about that recently than anything.
Yeah.
So we have to figure out how to reach on that plane.
Good stuff. Good stuff.
Well, can I add, because we can't ignore the fact of the financial disparity between private schools and public. Private schools have no private dollars, and they have opportunities to do things that you can't necessarily do in industry schools. You have to go by curriculum because you got to get funding. You don't want to be, looked at badly. So, but that is something that I would love for us to do. I mean, I know, first of all, welcome to shit. Fuck this. I don't think that's, I know it's big, just on the outside looking in, it just really needs to be overhauled. I don't know how much we can overhaul, because we teach our young people a lot of things that, I'm thinking, it's cool. I ain't never went on the job interview that asked me a calculus question. I ain't never, but I was so glad to get a young man.
That's right. That's right. That's right.
Something that I can do.
That's right.
If we can start opening on things like that, I think that we'll get them interested. Maybe who are successful. The same thing that came from. Like he was teaching when I was teaching at Douglas with Coach Ruth and Coach Merrill was there. We were doing some great things with those young people, and I had a little situation at Douglas. We made it. But the cat, he apologized, but he jumped off, he was big gang, but he knew he couldn't shout as me, so he wanted to get around. But we got through it. But he appreciated how much love and attention and affection I showed for him. So if they just don't really care, yeah, listen.
You could never stay out of trouble when you weren't playing baseball. And so the principal called me and said, you got to do something about this. That's the training we're talking about. So I had this year. Alright, so I had created something for this kid to do all season to keep him interested. Alright, because so baseball, he goes, he was back in the hand, like, but he didn't want to be there. But it was forced upon him. So again, they had to have a conversation, with the leaders of, and they allowed me to talk. And basically what they said was, when he's with you, we'll leave him alone. But when he's done with you, we got business over here. I just kept him busy, as long as I could. Of course, graduate, but hey, even with the ankle brace on out there, there was no house arrest. More getting baseball. I mean, we created stuff. But yeah, man, I think, I like throwing a little crazy stuff like this. You throw it on the wall. Sue said you throw it on the wall.
That's right.
That's our question. And my brother said the word couldn't because it was brought in my mind. I think I was going to talk. Question. Should we still have the public school mentality, or should we encourage more charter schools to come up? Now, it's going to eventually over time dissolve. But think about it. Kids who don't do well in a certain school, they go to charter school, smaller setting, it caters towards what they need. I'm looking at, this is so good in charter school. Yep. 100% every year getting scholarships. But those same kids on the schools, it was different things. So, I mean, there's something we may need to encourage the schools to come up. We may have a charter school that deals more for kids who may have an interest in tech, or a charter school that may have kids more interested in literacy and music. My son is a music guy, but he feels stuck. So we have to do the stats program because we don't, of course, we're not able to do that extra, right? But what I'm saying is, I got another kid right now that can produce music. This right here want to be a bounty hunter. Alright, so me personally, I was doing sports, and thank God sports got to be improved. Yep. But I'm an entrepreneur. But I'm teaching. You see what I'm saying? Sometimes I say I missed my call. But the point is, that's who I am. Alright, so if we have those schools that cater towards that, if I'm looking at Texas, this is how they operate. This is how Louisiana, this is how they operate. So you have these schools that cater towards it. And I hate to say it, because eventually going to dissolve the public school, to be honest with you. But our kids begin with their needs, smaller settings. Because I have kids, we deal with kids worse and worse. Yeah. Every time they go to alternative school, they do great. What's the difference? Small as 7. Teachers are able to talk to me. Coach Ian told me so when I first got the job. He said they got to see that you care before you coach. If the school is too big, you got kids, you got 35 kids in the room, how can they see you care? You got 20 kids.
Cool. Let me ask you this. That's good. That's a great point. Why can't we do that in public?
There you go.
Why can't we
There you
have
go.
one building
There you go.
and you can have 2, 3 different schools?
We don't have to get more teachers in to lower that number.
But see, my point is that you're right. You can have the prerequisites that they have to take.
Right.
But then you can also have a school where, okay, you going over there, focus on that.
There you go.
So even though we still have,
It's the
it's the same concept. We don't have to give it to charter school. We can put it in the public school setting, like, let's say Ridgeway, you got all those students in there. Man, you break that down to 2 or 3 schools.
Right.
You go to this situation, take care of the prerequisites. You want to go to finance, same schools, it's in the same building.
So that's the creativity.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
All right, listen.
I'm the citizen. Mr. Superintendent,
Hi there.
I think you need to bring back, I was doing outside. They had auto body, they had radio, they had kids, but in photography, I had one of the greatest guys in the world, Johnson Jet and every photographer.
Yes, sir.
But he had that photographer from high school. I had radio, they had radio and TV, auto mechanics, commercial foods, and a lot of the kids I grew up with got to be professional in that trade. I think you ought to have some schools that kids want to go be beauticians, cosmetologists. Have a school where these kids can go and deal with them kind of professionals and that be their life. At least they contribute. So bring back those things. You close them down, but they want to get you. So you can bring it back. I ain't saying have every school, you get about 2 or 3 schools and have all this stuff in it. Because kids want to be cooks. Kids want to know how to work on cars. Kids want to radio and TV fix it. You can do it.
Yes, sir.
And I'm looking forward to you putting that back. Because I came for it.
Yes, sir.
Thank you very much.
Yes, sir.
You know, the money factor, one last example, because I got family protection. Instead of putting so much money on every too much money, but you lost. So we're talking about doing guns with. What's wrong with us considering like busing those students to an actual mechanic, where they actually have hands-on work there. Or these culinary schools. We have one here, I think, there's still one here. There one still in Port Oak? Yep. Okay. So I was going to suggest like we can bust them there and they can be there career instead of us having to put so much money. It costs a lot of money for the culinary schools. But if we can take a bus ride there and those kids go there 3 days a week, you know, that can be their, you know, way of doing it. Like I said, being creative as to us catering towards their needs. Interest inventory. That's something we do in our basketball program. We have interest inventory and we kind of find what they like. A lot of kids, one kid actually makes money right now off poverty. But because he took the interest inventory, he never knew that a mom and dog was out there and how you do it. And so it's just, we gotta keep pushing. Keep pushing.
We got really minded, man. We got to be creative. I just don't like privatize, you know, our education and send our kids out. You know, but you have to be creative. You know, you're just being creative while you're excited about it.
But Coach, I'm going to give a quick, brief education. So to your point, you know, we have CTC centers now already as a district. We got to do a better job of, first of all, and I'm learning this from the superintendent, asking the kids what they want to see in the centers. If we just put programs in the centers that the kids are not interested in, those centers, we got some nice centers, but they're empty because it's not the programs that the kids want to see. So one of the things that we're trying to improve on is asking the kids, what do you guys want to do? So somebody brought up video games. If it's video games, then we can have absolute clubs for video games. If they still want to do auto body, then we can change the centers into auto body centers. Every school, to your point, don't have to have programs because the school's not outfitted for it. But we do have centers where we can do what we could, as we know, can bus the kids to those centers. And then back to Doc's point about, and to your point about, you mentioned charter schools. You'll never hear me say I'm pro-charter, anti-charter, I'm pro-good schools. But the education I always like to give is that we have limited resources as non-private schools. Charter schools are public schools too. The state and the county only gives us so much money to educate the kids. Your resources are limited, so you can't have too many schools because you spread your resources out too thin. So if you take Doc's approach, where you put the money into, and I'm going to use Ridgeway since we're in this community, if you build Ridgeway into a 3,000 student high school, and you can put resources into Ridgeway, and you get the teachers, and all you do is reduce the student to adult ratio, and you can have schools within the schools, and you get the same effect that you want. So I just want people to think about their education and how they, for sure. Yep.
Hey, I'm glad you said that, man. Like I said, I've been going 20 years. I'll be honest with you, I've never known about that. The CTE,
Yeah.
Centers that we have.
Yeah.
based on what's happening,
They're just empty.
the information's not getting
That's
down.
correct. That's correct.
So the information get down, you know.
Yeah, we got to do better about not just advertising, but sharing. You know, we have a plethora of opportunities already that are available. And the other part of that is scheduling. Sometimes kids don't want to leave their home campus, right? They don't want to leave Ridgeway for good reason. Sometimes they can't leave Ridgeway because of the courses that they're taking. And so that's incumbent upon us to take a better look at how we organize scheduling for sure and how we're offering it. But the opportunities exist. I walked in some of the buildings. I mean, you can roll a bowling ball and not hit one soul because it was just empty, right? But the equipment is there. Certainly the teachers are there ready to give the instruction. We have folks in the community, partners who want to continue to pour in and give. But we don't have the students there, right? So we just have to take a different look at how we certainly make sure the information is available, that we even know about it, give it a fair shot first, and then think about that. But what you mentioned earlier is academies. It's just building academies inside of the schools, right? Academy, the finance academy, business academy, those exist right within a school, comparable to a freshman academy that you've heard of before. They're right there in the school, just dedicated areas, wings, certainly cohorts for those of us who have experienced that type of educational journey. But they can happen right in the schools. We have the genius, one, and we do have the resources. We always want more. Now, we can never have enough, but we do have the resources. It's about where we're placing the resources. So decisions that are being made, you know, they're not hard for me because they're good for kids and for people, and to make happen some of the things that you're talking about happening. And that's pushing this to our students so they can experience what you're talking about. And the only way that we can do that is to have teachers in the classrooms to teach these programs, to teach these courses. We got a lot of vacancies. And so when Rogers is saying, hey, I just didn't get the content, and he started with 7th grade or 8th grade, but I'd probably wager to think it probably started earlier than that, right? Where he just wasn't getting the content. And so we've essentially gotten 3 to 4 years of Rogers not getting the content. And now here he is just disengaged, right? We could have had something long before 6th grade. There's no rhyme or reason to how we have to do things. You mentioned overhauling. I mean, it's just getting into it, rolling our sleeves up, and being not just creative, but using what we have and expanding it. So there's opportunities for entrepreneurs like you to partner with us and teach courses. There's opportunities for some of our barbers in here, you know, to teach courses. You don't have to quit your job. There's a way to do it, and then we create that type of connection. What you mean? You said earlier, you can't coach them unless they know you care. Same thing. And so when we get folks from the community to lead some of this work as well, we do have the resources right here to tap into and to really make available. The other part of that is some of our programs are just concentrated on one side of the city, right? And so that's where you see students trying to get to the other side of the city, and then we have schools that are, you know, low on enrollment. So we also have to do a better job about expanding and stretching out across the 9 districts that we have within Memphis-Shelby County Schools to make sure kids feel like their school is the best school wherever it is in the city. So a lot of opportunity. Keep your excitement, because at some point we're going to tap into you and have the conversations about how we really do this together. None of us just at central office and certainly in the schools can do it alone. And for those who are trying to, I think you'll see we'll keep getting much of what we're getting right now until we just anchor down and say this is for us, and it'll have to be led by us.
Yep. Yeah, my parents moved out there. My parents moved. That is the school in my name.
got a question. The CCT, the centers.
Yep.
Is there any like available spaces where we can like, or just say if I can get a couple of people to help with auto mechanic, auto body, then like doing the lawn service and everything, if we can, is it a way that we can sit up there and be like a summer program every weekend to teach them how to do that? Because I know at one point I was talking to my pastor at church to see if we could use the church room to bring like the students up there just to teach them how to change the car, the tune of the oil change and all that.
So the answer to your question is yes. So despite what you hear about Memphis-Shelby County Schools, we open for business. So, and when I say business, we ain't asking nobody to do things for free. So you mentor kids for free, obviously, but what we're looking for is people who want to come and provide opportunities for kids, and we're paying them to do so. So what the superintendent mentioned is that, like, we in a barber shop. We have barbers who are here by day. We got kids who are interested in barbers. I wouldn't ask any of these barbers to come and just donate their time. They can come and be CCTE teachers while we have a barbering school, our next stop that we have to do. But not to ramble, to answer your question, yes. We got schools who have auto body facilities built out. We also have CTCs that have auto body facilities. All it takes is you giving me a call, giving the team a call, and we can set it up. So, because again, our interest is to get kids involved in whatever setting that means.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you like this, man. This is like getting a hold of a child. You know what I'm saying? Even if it's just one.
Yep. Even.
Man,
Yep.
it's worth more than $10,000. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
That's something money came back to. I actually got it.
Yep.
You know what I mean? And you're doing it from the heart. It's coming from the heart. Everything ain't meant for the camera.
That's right. I got you.
Like I try to tell my kids, the richest place in America is the graveyard. Everybody took their own time to the grave.
Yep.
But it's too many people that's too big to say I apologize. That's another thing I wanted to say earlier. A lot of things with these children, they feel like that they too big to say I'm sorry, or they too big to walk away. It takes a bigger person to walk away. You know what I'm talking about? It don't take nothing for me to pop out at you. But it takes everything in me to hold on and walk away. And the reason why I asked you, I'm down for it. Like the movement. If I have to, I work around my disability to do it. You know, I know how to work on cars. I know auto body. I know a lot. Jack of all trades, master of none.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? If it's anything to keep them kids off the street, you know, I'm giving you my number.
Yes, sir.
Call.
So, Doc, the ultimate goal, and with this whole series, is about mentoring, right? So, and again, I always give her credit, but I steal the superintendent ideas all the time. It's just, if she don't want me to steal her ideas, she probably shouldn't let me be around her. But what would it look like? Like, we're in here today. We know there's a lot of other men and women in the community. If each of us who care about, and we're talking about Memphis, if we grab 5 kids, you mentioned earlier, when you out walking, you see kids that you've never seen before. If we grab 5 to 10 kids and we mentor them and we show them what it can look like to be mentored and what they don't have to do and what they can look forward to, and then Memphis becomes a better place. The school system becomes a better place.
Well, you know what, Danny? I keep saying these guys have known me forever. They know how I get down. They know how I roll. So I mentor more than that.
Yep.
Period. I can show you my phone right now. I get texts every day. Doc, Mr. Holiday, big bro, And the thing about it is that it's just like I said, man. You know, I still live in Whitehaven because I think them seeing me is part of mentorship. In the barber, you know, in the grocery store, running around with my hood on, hot as heck. You know what I mean? So it is important for us to grab 5 or at least 5. Talk to them and let them know this is what you do. Because I tell them all the time, look, young fella or young lady, you know, I can look back in the past. You can't look into the future. I know exactly where you're headed. I have friends, they know they did 30 years in prison. 27, 28, 20, 25, they just get out. Am I exaggerating? I ain't exaggerating. These close friends. And all of us grew up in the same situation. The same dudes that were pulling my coattail. I listened to them halfway, but we have to do that. That's what we talked about. We can't be afraid to say something to these young men and these young women. What the hell we scared of our kids for? I'm going to tell you.
Yep.
So, yeah, because I give out my number all the time. Yeah, call me if you need me. Holler at me if you need me for anything. And they know I mean that.
Yep.
Y'all need groceries? I don't tell nobody.
Yep.
Oh, yeah. Let's go to the groceries. So we have to do that because these are our children. This is our investment. This is our inventory. We're killing each other, dog. We self-destructing around here.
Yep.
So how much do we care? Do we care? You can't care about yourself if you don't care about the people that look like you. So yeah, we have to grab them and talk to them and mentor them and show them the way. They have to see us because TV is only showing them shoot, 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 gang, gang, gang. You know what I'm saying? All these men are parents, man. All these men are good men. We need to see more of us in the media. So yeah, it's in a positive light. That's why I talk the way I talk on TV. But every time I see us, I'm like, yeah, that's how we talk, man. And they appreciate that because we are demonstrative, man. And everything I do, I take pride in. So when I see them, come here, dog. Come here, bro. What you doing?
Yep.
What you mean, big bro? What you doing? Because a lot of times they don't know.
Yep.
They don't know. But when you tell them, you know, like at Douglas, you know, they didn't know. But when we told them, you're right. So, yeah, man, I do it, and we need to do that. We can't be afraid of our own children. Like you said, everybody used to bang us upside our head. The neighbor down the street, the mama finna get you. Then when daddy get out work, he finna really get you. Yeah. Then you go back outside, did your mom and daddy? You know what I'm saying? So we gotta get back to that, man, because we live in ourselves. A lot of us turning a blind eye to it. It's a lot of us going positive. Another magically melanated superintendent, magically melanated county mayor, city mayor, sheriff. All of these positive people, what are we doing, dog? Yep. I talk about that at work at time. I talk about that like, oh, come on, man. And they use it. But a lot of times people like junk food. People just like junk food. I call junk food journalism. People like junk food. They like to see something negative. Yeah. We have to give them. A lot of times, the media, it doesn't mimic reality, it creates it. The barbershop, right?
Most part of it is we give up on it too quick. You know, I'm inside the schools. I work at Valentine Elementary. I also coach at Germantown High School. And me being a part of Memphis City Schools, you know, I'm able to see kids that can't read, kids that can't do math, kids that don't want to come to school because every time they come, they may get in a little bit of trouble and the teachers regret kicking them out of class. The principal regretted to suspend them. Why are we suspending the kids that cannot read? Why are we suspending the kids that can't do math? Why are we suspending them? Force them to be in school. That's the reason we incorporated ISS inside school, so that way we can have them inside the school instead of having them at home doing what they want to do. That's making them more compatible to meet up with the kids that they don't need to meet up with, you know, to do other things. You know, when they got there doing those things, we don't, like Doc said, reach out to them and say, hey man, that ain't the way. We kind of stray away from them and be like, nah, I'm gonna let them do their thing. I don't want to get hurt. It ain't about you getting hurt. They hurting you by not being able to succeed the way that you want them to succeed. You know what I mean? If we don't feed them the things that they're supposed to learn in life, God said that's a sin on us. You know what I mean? Because we're not giving them the tools to be great. If we keep letting them fail, we're failing too. Because they are our future. They are our future. Our parents used to tell us when we were young, man, you are the next up. You next up. You next up. And did we hear those things? I can't say that. When I was in trouble when I was a youth,
but my dad stayed on me. My neighbor stayed on me. You know, it's a guy named Coach Husky that was at Whitehaven High School, and he was a football coach. I didn't play football when I was in high school, but I wanted to. But Coach Husky made sure that I stayed out of trouble. He made sure that when my dad couldn't be there, that he was right there for me. And to this day, I still thank Coach Husky for always keeping me, making sure that I was doing the right thing. We need those kind of people. Hey, don't suspend him. Let me take him on. Let me coach him on the way that he's supposed to be. We don't have those people anymore because you talking too much. You need to get out my face. Go see the principal. You don't call a parent. You don't need none of that. You just ready to send them home. They need people inside these schools.
I ain't gonna lie. Coach. And Mr. Miller.
What I got going?
How's it going?
That's one of the coaches, Hickory Reed Miller football team and Reed Miller assistant principal. Now, like you said, if something go on, they call me. If something don't go on, they still call me. He's one of the guys that actually got me motivated more to mentor more. Because with him being a football coach, he's still in these kids' lives. With him being the assistant principal, he's still in these kids' lives. You know what I'm saying? And with them two guys, and they really motivated me to let me know he is my father. You know? And I want to appreciate that.
Shoot, you got some last words? More questions, last words?
And you talked about, you just lifted a part of the opportunity. It is, we always suspend our kids, right?
Yep.
And so certainly when we look at the numbers, and even if you all haven't looked at the numbers, if I just ask you, who's being suspended the most? You just look right down this little, seating right here, and it's our young boys, it's our young men. And so as we think about how we're pushing kids out the door, I think that we got to give more attention about how we are the barriers, right? And how we are the contributors to some of the things that we are seeing. So just as easy as it is to tell them that we care and that we see you and that we believe in you and there's a dream that you don't have yet that I'll hold on to you. I'll hold on to it until you can see it and hold on to it. It's just as easy to crush the dream and become the dream killer, right? To the young guys that are seated, how many of you have been suspended? Just one?
Just two.
Two? Good deal. In-school suspension? What'd you say? In and out of school? What was it for? What was it? You're fighting? Okay. All right. You do what?
He said
You didn't throw a punch?
but he got suspended.
Did you get punched? Okay. And you got suspended. Got it. How many of my guys you've missed more than 10 days of school? More than 10 days. Just 3, 2? You been in school every day? Most of the days? What's your name? Yeah. Ramirez? What school do you attend? What grade are you in? You love school or you like it? I only gave you 2 options in there. You like it? Okay, tell me what you like.
School, teachers,
Yeah.
friends,
Yeah.
head coach, football team,
Yeah, who's your head coach?
Mr. Kenny over there in the yellow.
In the yellow? Okay. Why you like Mr. Caleb?
Mr. Kenny.
Kennedy. Why you like Mr. Kennedy?
He teach me things on and off the field. Like in trouble in school, he might tell me, you do the right thing, make sure that you respect and who talk to you. You know, stay in line, do this and that. And on the field, he teaches a lot of things, you know, and practice a lot of things. You know, he's going to be a leader for the team.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I've been there for a year, because last year, I went to Germantown Middle. And so,
Okay.
he just want me to better up the team and, you know, all that.
Yeah. So you have a good experience at Germantown Middle?
Somewhat.
Yeah. Yeah. You like Hickory Ridge Middle better? What makes you listen to Mr. Kennedy?
He's very like my dad at school. He like my dad at school, and I listen to him very much because he really close to my dad too. So I listen to him, I listen to him talk. And I really appreciate him for being always on my side and trying to guide me to the right way in life. So,
Feel like he has your back even when it's against the wall? Yeah, that matters, right? That keeps you focused. So as a rising 8th grade student, what are you looking forward to?
looking for.
Hadn't thought about that, huh? So I just finished the year. Let me get finished with this one. Okay, that's fair. That's fair. I'll leave you off the hot seat. Ramirez, I'm proud of you. Stay focused. You're on your way. Who's next to you? Kobe? Kobe. What grade are you in?
I'm in 8th grade tonight.
Where are you going?
I'm going to Southland High School.
Southland High School.
Yeah.
You excited?
Yeah.
Nervous?
Yeah.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair. What makes you nervous?
It's just a new setting. It's something I'm not used to.
Okay.
You know, from what I've heard, it's supposed to be, you know, really different from middle school.
Yeah.
So I'm just, you know, kind of nervous about that, but I'm still excited about it because, as I said, it's a new setting. More to learn. You know, it's more for me to become accustomed to because first coming to Hickory Ridge Middle, I wasn't really too sure about this school. But then, you know, my 3 years here, I warmed up to it. And I really enjoyed this school. I enjoyed the people I met, the teachers, the staff. You know, I really liked it. It was good.
I love to hear that. What was your favorite subject?
I'm gonna have to say math.
Come on, math. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Why do you love math?
I love math. Not really because like I'm just bad at it.
Yeah.
I'm alright at it. I love math because like it feels like it has the most for me to learn more about. Like I feel like there's no limit to math. Like I feel like each subject has something to do with math, at least a little bit. Most particularly science. I like science because that's too. Science, you know, there's a lot to learn about, more that hasn't been discovered, a lot that's been discovered, and I really like that. I like learning more about things that I don't know about. I like learning more about things I do know about also. Like, you know, it's just, there's no limit to what you can learn.
Kobe, you looking for a job? Put you on the team, okay? Put you on the team. I love to hear when our young boys like math.
That's right.
Right? Because of the very reason you just explained. That's what math does, right? It keeps you sharp, offers the challenge that you're looking for. You like challenges, don't you? Yeah. And so that new setting that you're about to get accustomed to, you're ready for it. You're built for it, right? As you think about the transition that you're about to make, what could help you make your transition smoother?
Well, with our school, we had the principal or the new principal of Kirby High School come and, you know, he gave us a tour of the school.
Yeah.
I really liked it. It was a good school. And I feel like that helped a lot of people, like, you know, become more comfortable transitioning to that school.
Yeah.
You know, it helped a lot of people change their minds and actually want to go to that school.
Yeah.
So I feel like what would help me a lot is if I got a chance to, like, you know, see what Southland's all about, see what it looks like, see what they have to offer. You know, I feel like that would help a lot of students become more comfortable making that transition somewhere new in the new setting.
Yeah.
High school. And I like it. I like it about what we did. I think that would help a lot.
So school tours, because exposure helps us all, right? You can see the things, you can start to To understand it, to grasp it, to embrace it. And who's next to you? Twin brother, Caleb. So Kobe, Caleb, Ramirez, Braden told me he's 8 and that his teacher always yells at them. So we gotta have a conversation with his teacher because she's making him not like school. I don't appreciate that. I'll talk to her, Braden, okay? All right. And what's your name again? Caleb. And so are you also going? I don't want to assume y'all are going together now. We're both going to Southwind. Did you all make the decision together, or did Kobe make the decision? He made it together? What was that conversation like? A lot of arguing? Oh. So you were arguing. Kobe wanted to go to Germantown. You say you can go to Germantown next year, but how'd you land on Southwind?
There's really like 2 options. Germantown and Southwind.
2 options, okay. But you chose Southwind, why?
Because, like, if I was to do the day in Germantown, because I'm not really used to like being out there far away, that far away.
Germantown's far away. Because you want to stay close to home, and you just want to go to Southwind, sounds like, huh? Yeah. So you convinced Kobe? Sweet. Do you owe him something if it doesn't work out? What's your favorite subject? Not, man. Social studies. So you like history? Okay, talk to me about social studies. Why does that interest you?
It's fun. It's like interesting to know about how brothers family in society and how what people had to go through back then.
Yeah.
How things were created, things like this.
Yeah. So you appreciate the foundation, knowing the how? Yeah? What do you aspire to do? How do you want to leave your impact on the world?
I just want to be remembered as a good dude, and I always there for somebody.
You want to be remembered as a good dude that always helps somebody? Oh, I love that. Love that. Coach, you want to round us out? What would you say to your 16-year-old self? That you wish somebody would have told you, or you wish that you would have listened to?
Well, I was pretty active in high school as far as sports and extracurricular type things, but I mean, just encourage kids to do more.
Yeah.
Just get exposed to a lot of everything.
Yeah.
Especially at that age. So, I mean, because we all be in our own environment around that age, and you get your conceptions about things, and then the older you get, you see, oh man, I could have did this, and did that, and did that. But just, I know for like a lot of these young guys, just seeing different things from different people, and just knowing it's out there, and you can cross that street, you can see those people, and then you can always come back. So there's no reason, I mean, for you not to just try.
Yeah.
So that's what me and Coach try to encourage a lot of our kids just to try.
Yeah.
Just, you never know who you may meet, what you may like.
Right.
You may get there, and like you said, meet somebody else, and they introduce you to this other thing that you like. So it's just, like building that community back up where I will meet a guy, and he knows another guy, and now we're all connected, but they're doing their own thing and we're doing our thing, but we're building a community together.
That's right. That's right. Good stuff, good stuff. So I heard you mention exposure for sure, trying something different, take the limits off yourself, but you mentioned a lot, you described about social capital, right, and the power of networking. We always hear it's not what you know, it's who you know.
That's right.
I think it's both, but certainly who you know can get you into some rooms and get you on some stages and some levels, that you don't readily have access to by yourself. So I think if our youngest leaders hear that for sure, to put all of it together, put the power of the what with the who, and then certainly the sky's not the limit, it's just a different view. So I appreciate everybody. I know the conversations, letting a woman into this shop here is something, unique. I value it, I appreciate it. I look forward to what is to come. from the conversations, because we know that it's enough to talk about it. We actually have to do some things about it. And so the action is what will matter most. And so look forward to hearing from us, Doc. We're calling on you, certainly for the mentorship. It's not the most sexy thing that is talked about, but it is certainly one of the most powerful avenues, is that connection with our young people. So we're looking for everybody to just do 5, just take 5, and we can take the city and put it on our shoulders and lift it to the level that it deserves to be on, and certainly make some noise for those who are around the country. So thank you for your time. You're looking sharp already, okay? Just want you to know you're looking sharp already. Appreciate you. Langston, thank you for putting all this together. You talk about having a good team of folks who just take things and run with it. Hey, I want to do barbershop talks, and then I didn't think about it anymore. They made it happen, and certainly thank you to the communications staff. The team has put together some phenomenal, not just videos, but just doing better and doing more to tell our story, and I heard that lifted today, right? The narrative and junk journalism, right? And so shout out to Khalil here, who bosses me around, and Newberry back here, and Mr. Best, who does his best to lift us. An Angel is somewhere around here, and here's my friend back here on the 1s and 2s, and then whoever I cannot see, the comms team is really doing their thing as we work to lift the status of the district by telling our own story. So Ramirez, Kobe, Caleb, Aiden, Rogers, Braden. I get an A just to remember the names, right? Coach, appreciate y'all, appreciate you. I see my Teachers Association down there, assistant principals, folks who just really want to be in the game and make it happen for our youngest leaders. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Khalil, am I finished? Okay.